coconuts, it's your main man, Coach Geers, here to bring you another class live from Club MMA, recorded just for you. This is going to be class number 10. We're going to work on some wrestling moves again, and this is going to be a little bit of some defensive-based wrestling centered around one particular move that we call the Sprawl. Now, a lot of you guys have already learned this move from us. You might not remember the name the Sprawl, but you might remember these 3 words instead, because the Sprawl comes in 3 steps. Step number 1, the squat. Step number 2, hands. Step number 3, hips. If that sounds familiar to you, this is going to be a breeze, baby. And if you don't quite remember that, don't worry, because I'll get you caught up. But remember, we always got to start the same way we always got to start, with the bow for respect. So let's take our feet, touch them all the way together, put our hands to the sides, give it a little sir. Frozen as a popsicle, no wiggling, no shaking. Get your ninja mind right, and a bow for respect. Very nice. Now, hands up, wiggle those fingers just like this. Good. Get all those wiggles out of your fingertips all the way through your wrists. Got any twists in there? You got to work them out, baby. And then some karate choppers. Make sure you're bending your elbows when you do those karate choppers, just like this. Because we're going to move from our fingertips to our wrists, to our elbows, all the way up to our shoulders for some big arm circles. Don't forget, you have to do them backwards too. That way, your arms won't untwist right onto the ground, right next to you. I'm just kidding, that can't happen. Now you're going to scissors just like this. Stretch out that back, stretch out that chest, moving all of our muscles all around, getting our joints warmed up, getting some blood flowing in there, looking super tough. Now we're going to slide on down and twist all the way through from our spine, all the way down into our tippy toes right there with a big strong twist. Belt swinging in the wind, baby, just like that. We're going to take that twist from our spine, center our motion right into our hips, and we're going to get our legs and hips moving with some big circles. SpongeBob taught me to bring it around town, so here we go. Then we're going to move it down the line to our knees. If you put your feet all the way together like a popsicle, it's so much easier on your joints when you wiggle them out just like this. Very good. And then the last part, down to our tippy toes and back down, all the way up and back down. This is going to stretch our feet and our ankles and even our toes, and back down. And one more time, up high and back down. You are looking warm, looking loose, looking lean and mean, and now it's time to practice our good ninja teamwork. Make sure you count with me like a team. 1, sir, 2, sir, all the way until we get to 10, sir, together. Don't be too fast, don't be too slow. We got to stick together with a team. We're also going to make sure we're doing the best exercises we can, because we're not just working on teamwork, we're working on getting those super strong ninja muscles. So, if you got any wiggles left in any part of your body, wiggle them out. You got 3 seconds to get those wiggles out. 3, 2, 1, and start. Frozen as a popsicle. Very good. Jump up in the air. Open those feet nice and wide. Hands up to the top like you're making a big capital A. Say, hey. And then jump up. Put your feet back together. Hands down to the sides like a big frozen popsicle or a capital I. Everybody say I. Good. Jump up and make your A. Jump up and make your I. Jump up and make your AI. That's 2 jumps. 1 for each letter. AI. Just like that, man. If you look that good, I'm sure you did. Let's make sure we're counting like our team. This exercise is called the jumping jacks. 10 jumping jacks. Count them together. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Well done. Straight into the squats. Feet nice and wide, not too wide. Hands out in front for good balance. Eyes up like you're going to sit in a tiny chair. And then back up tall. That's pretty darn good. If you can do that 10 times, man, I'll tell you what, you're a pretty good ninja. Let's do it our best. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir, and 10, sir. Next, we're going to do the mountain climbers. Put one foot up in the front. It doesn't matter which one because we're going to switch them. Before we switch our feet, though, hands go down on the floor right here like a big, strong push-up. You should be looking like you're ready to run a race. You're going to get those feet switching back and forth. Count them out like a team. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Pretty good. I'm old. Kind of tired. Think I need to lay down for a second. But I'm not just going to lay down for to take a nap here. That's a bad idea. You don't want to watch me take a nap, do you? Well, I hope you said no, because if you said yes, that's kind of weird. All right, no sleep, baby, no sleep. Instead, we're going to take our feet and stretch them out. We're going to bring them up to our belly and stretch them back out just like this. Count them out like a team. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Feet on the floor, nice and strong like this. If you put them too close to your belt, it's just really uncomfortable on your leg. It's not very strong. If you put them too far out, it's not very strong. So I want you to get your heels really close to your bottom, but not uncomfortable. Got to be able to lift your belly nice and strong, because the last exercise that we're going to do today is called the bump. And in order to do this one, you just have to keep your shoulders on the floor. And you have to use all your muscles in your belly and in your legs to just lift your stomach up high in the sky, like you're going to try to touch your belt onto the ceiling. Make sure you keep your shoulders down on the floor. Your hands are going to be together like this. We call it the prayer position. And all you have to do is go up and back down. Don't do a million little bumps. Just 10 big, strong, straight bumps. Ready, set, go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. And 10, sir. Well done, everybody. You are looking super tough. We are all warmed up and ready to go. Stand it up. Touch your feet together. Say, sir. And give me a bow for respect. Well done. All right. Okie dokie, artichoke. We should be nice and warmed up and ready for action. Now we're going to cover our first move, the most important move of today, the sprawl. And remember, this move has 3 parts: squat, hands, and hips. Let's review all those parts. First things first, if you're not standing in a very strong stance, you're not very strong. So I want you to get into a nice, strong stance. Put one of your feet in the front and one of your feet in the back. And it doesn't matter which one, as long as you're standing nice and strong. Now, a lot of times when we stand like this, it's our action stance. So we would put our hands up like this. Well, today, with us doing some wrestling, we're just going to modify 2 little things. Modify, that's just a that's just a fancy word to say change. We're just going to change 2 little things, okay? So here's the 2 things we're going to change. Instead of standing super tall, we're going to bend our knees just a little bit, and we're going to bend our belly down just a little bit. So instead of standing tall like this, we're going to get just a little bit lower, just a little bit. Now, instead of having our hands like this, we're going to open them up and put them out in front of us just like this, because this is a good wrestling stance, okay? So it's not quite an action stance, it's a wrestling stance. Everybody say, wrestling stance, just like that. Okay, you look tough. Now, in your wrestling stance, there's 3 steps to the sprawl. The first step is very simple. Keep your feet right where they're at and just say, squat. Now, take your hands and put them all the way down on the floor, almost like you're going to do a mountain climber. Say, hands. Now, your hands are going to hold strong. and you're gonna put your foot all the way back and then drop your belly to the floor, but leave your arms straight. If I turn sideways so you can see my back, you're gonna see that my back is bent like a ramp. Like you could ride a skateboard right across the room, whoosh, right up my back and do a triple backflip. Whoa! Okay, you probably don't want to do that, but look at how my back is shaped like a ramp. Like you could ramp right over a building off that thing. Man, that's pretty good, right? This is called the sprawl. Now I'm gonna stay facing in this direction one more time so you can watch. Watch me. I'm in my wrestling stance. I'm gonna squat down low, put my hands down on the floor, and then put my feet way back. My arms never bend. And I just drop my belly. A lot of times we'll call this the Cobra Snake because you kind of look like a Cobra Snake up in the air ready to strike, okay? The full name for this move is called Sprawl. Can you say sprawl? Sprawl. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's do 5 sprawls together. But since these are our first 5 sprawls, I wanna do them super slow motion. But not too slow because we'll be here forever. So follow along with me. Get into your wrestling stance just like this. Say wrestling stance. All right. Say squat and get down low. Say hands. Put your hands down like that. Say hips. And you're going to drop your belly and your hips down low and make sure your head's up nice and high. That's a good sprawl. 4 more, nice and slow. Wrestling stance. Say squat. Hands. Hips. Just like that. That's pretty easy. Nice and smooth, slow and simple. Back to your wrestling stance. Say squat. Hands. Hips. Stand it back up 2 more times, really slow like that. Say squat. Hands. Hips. Simple, easy. Last one, super slow motion squat. Hands. Hips. Cobra Snake. Pretty good? Man. Now what we want to do is we want to increase the speed, but only a little bit. If you're practicing at home and you don't have a mat on the floor, nice and easy. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Here's what I want you to think about. Smooth. Not fast, smooth. That means everything happens together. Smooth. So here we go. Let's do a couple smooth sprawls. Get into your wrestling stance. Nice and medium speed. Say squat, hands, hips, and then pop right back up. Same speed. Say squat, hands, hips, and right back up. Squat, hands, hips, and right back up. 2 more times. Squat, hands, hips. Boom. And the last one, the best one. Ready, set, go. Squat, hands, hips. Wow. You guys are looking good. Now, we're going to do a quick exercise. For our exercise, we're going to work on muscles, shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers, knees, toes, ankles, hips, bellies, backs. We're going to work on all of it by doing a couple bear crawls. Super simple. I want you to look around the room. What we're going to do is 1 big lap around the room. 1 big bear crawl lap. All the way in a big circle. Slow motion. Ready? Hands on the floor, feet on the floor. Ready, set, go bears. Take it all the way around your room in a big circle. Look how slow I'm going. No baby crawls. Babies crawl down on their knees. Too muscly for that. Get up on those hands and feet. circle around. Keep going until you get back to where you started. Oh man, that's pretty good. All right, now that was good. Now I want you to do the same speed backwards. What? No way. Oh yeah, way. Totally easy. Watch, I'll show you the secret. Hands and feet just like before. Now just look in between your feet so you can see where you're going. And now we're going to go backwards. Nice and slow. All the way around the room in that big old lap. Don't give up. Here we go. We're turning. We're coming back. Keep going. Keep going until you get right back to where you started. All right. Woo! That's some good exercises. Okie dokie. Now, I need you to understand part of the reason we are practicing our sprawl today. The sprawl is a good way for you to stand your ground because sometimes you have to protect yourself. Maybe you have to protect your ideas. Maybe you have to protect what's inside here. Maybe you have to protect what's outside on your body from anything that could harm it. And sometimes that means we have to be ready to stand our ground and not run away. If somebody tries to hurt you, the best thing that you can do is get away as safe as you can. But sometimes you don't have that choice, and you might have to stand your ground. And if somebody ever tries to hurt you and tackle you down to the ground, the sprawl is a good way for you to protect yourself. We're going to practice the sprawl just a little bit more. For the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to use a pillow to help us. And then for the last part, we're actually going to have you bring a partner with you to help out with the sprawl. And I'll show you how to do all of it, baby. So here we go. First things first, grab yourself a pillow that you can use to wrestle with, okay? Here's how we're going to do it. I got my pillow right here in front of me. I'm going to use my pillow to help me do the sprawl. Super simple. Watch. I'm going to do a couple of them facing you and then a couple of them sideways so you can see. Let's do them all together. This is how I want you to do it. Put your pillow on the floor right in front of you, and I want you to get right in front of that pillow and get into your wrestling stance. Now, the 3 steps are the same. Squat, hands, hips. The only thing that's different is your hands go to the pillow, not to the floor. Okay? So, in your wrestling stance, say squat. Now take your hands and hold on to that pillow. Say hands. Now, before you throw your legs back and do the hips part, be very careful. If you are on a slippery floor, I don't want your pillow to slide around, so I need you to be careful when you do this. All you have to do is put your feet back and drop that belly down low, just like this for a sprawl. Let's try it again. Leave that pillow on the ground in front of you. Get into that wrestling stance. Squat, hands, hips, and then right back up. I'm going to turn sideways. You keep facing the mirror, keep facing the front, keep facing the camera, but I'm going to turn sideways just in case you need to see what my legs are doing if you couldn't see them before. So here we are in that stance again, right in front of our pillow. We're going to do it again together. Say squat, hands, hips. Good. Now show me a really smooth one this time. Ready, set, go. Squat, hands, hips. Right back up. Wow, that was a good one. Let's do one more like that. Ready, go. Squat, hands, hips. Okay, now, buddy, we're going to do one more sprawl with our pillow here. This is the last one. So this one's allowed to be the fastest one. But it doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be a little bit faster than the other ones. Here is the rule, though. There's a very important rule. And the rule is, if you are on a slippery floor, like a wooden floor, you are not allowed to do a fast one. If you're on a softer carpet floor, or if you're really lucky and you have wrestling mats, then you're okay. But if you're on a hard floor, I don't want you to hurt yourself, so no going fast. For the very last one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go squat, hands, hips so quick that we won't even have time to say squat, hands, hips. The only thing we're gonna have time to say is sprawl. Now watch me, I'm gonna do it twice. One's facing this way and one's facing you. Here we go. This is what it should look like. Sprawl. Watch, I'm gonna turn this way. I put my pillow right in front of me. I'm in my stance, making sure my floor's not slippery. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Squat, hands, hips so fast, all I can say is sprawl. Just like that. Let's try it once. Ready? Get that pillow in front of you. Make sure you're not on a slippery floor. If you're on a slippery floor, you just do one more squat, hands, hips, nice and medium speed. For everybody that's not on a slippery floor, let's do it together. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Sprawl. Oh, that was a good one. You look tough. Okay, now back to the big bad bear crawl. Slow motion bear crawl in a big giant lap forwards all the way around the room until you're back to your pillow. Looking good. Now we're going to add on a little bit. What do we do with the sprawl? Well, we don't just want to sprawl and stay there. We want to sprawl and change it a little. So get your pillow in front of you. In your stance like this, say squat, say hands, say hips. Now watch. Put your chest right on that pillow. And we're going to do the helicopter spin, but only a little spin. If you're facing this way, you want to spin until you're sideways like this. Watch. Helicopter spin. Right there. You see that? Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in my knees. And I'm going to take my hands like big scoops. I'm going to scoop underneath this pillow. Now, I don't want you to sit up like this though. So I want you to be down low. Scoop 1, scoop 2. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this pillow right over like a bulldozer, flipping a giant rock. Boom! And I land right on it with my chest. Just like that. That was pretty good, right? Let's try it again. This time we'll do it to the other side. You ready? Face your pillow in your wrestling stance. Say squat, hands, hips, and we're going to put our chest on it and spin. Now, scoop 1, scoop 2, and watch. We're going to roll it over. Boom! Like a bulldozer. Pretty good, right? You guys did awesome. Okay. Guess what it is now? It's the end part of the class. So now what we're going to do is we're going to let you go get a partner to help you out. And I am going to go get a partner too. All right, guys, make sure you grab your partner. I found old Coach Baker hanging out in the back, so I brought him out here. We're going to practice our sprawl here with our partner. Super easy, okay? Now, for the first round, this is going to be a little bit more of an offensive sprawl. So this is going to be a little bit more of an attack. Now, here's how we're going to do it. Really easy. We're just going to face each other. We got our knees down on the ground just like this. Partner, you got the easiest job in the world. All you got to do is just sit there and pretend like you're made out of Play-Doh. And when your ninja grabs you and starts pushing you around, you're just moldable like Play-Doh, okay? So when they grab you, all you have to do is just kind of roll into a ball like this, okay? So for all of our ninjas, this is what we're going to do. We're facing our partner. We're going to get like this. We're going to take our hands from our wrestling stance, and we're going to grab right onto our partners, right by their coconut, right by their shoulders or their neck, and we're just going to grab them with both arms. Now we're going to take them and we're going to push them down. And look, squat, hands, and then watch. Put your chest on them, hips, just like that. Everybody got it? Squat, hands, hips. Now from right here, all I'm going to do, I don't want him to grab my legs, so I'm going to spin to the side right here. Now look, I'm not sitting up. Still right on him, just like this. And you remember the giant bulldozer. One hand is going to scoop right here. One hand is going to scoop right here. I'm going to use my feet strong, and I'm just going to push my partner right over. And I'm just going to hug him right there like that. Super easy. Make sure you don't push too hard, because I don't want to fly over the top. I just want to roll him onto his back. Okay? So let's try it again. We're facing our partner. We got our hands up in our wrestling stance. We're going to grab him with our hands. We're going to squat. We're going to hands. We're going to hips. We're going to spin. and go scoop one, scoop two, and a big bulldozer push. Using all your muscles, don't fly over the top, and just stay right there. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do another one on the other side, okay? If you wanna spin to the same side you've been spinning, you can spin to the same side. But this way you can see how I use my feet when I push him right over with my bulldozer, okay? So one more time. I grab him up, squat, hands, hips. I'm gonna spin towards you. This time, look at my tiptoes. I'm gonna scoop one, I'm gonna scoop two, and I'm just gonna push, push, push. Roar! Right over, just like that. Easy peasy, that's pretty good. That's our bulldozer. Now, I don't know if you know what a bulldozer really is. It's a big, giant piece of construction equipment, and bulldozers do a lot of pushing. Now, sometimes the bulldozer will have a special piece on the back. You see, the front side is the pushing side. Do you know what the opposite of a push is? It's a pull. And sometimes on the back of the bulldozer is a big arm with a big scooper. And a scooper is really good for pulling. We call that side the backhoe. So guess what? Now we're going to change our bulldozer into a backhoe. The only thing that's tricky about this is you don't want to bury yourself. So when you pull your partner, don't pull them on top of you, because then you're buried. You don't want to get buried. Watch. This is going to start almost the exact same. I'm going to reach out and grab him and pull him down. I'm going to put my chest right on him, and I'm going to spin around to the side. Now, instead of scooping here and here, I'm going to scoop here and here. And instead of pushing towards you, I'm going to pull towards me. But I have to walk my feet out of the way. You know what it's kind of like? A backwards bear crawl. So watch. I got my scoops on. I got him grabbed up. I'm going to pull him this way, and I'm going to walk back. I don't want to sit up, though. I want to hug him right away, and that's called the backhoe. Let's try it 2 more times. I'm going to spin to the other side so you can watch my feet this time. You ready? So I grab him. I pull him down. I put my chest on him. I spin to the side just like this. I take my hands over the top. 1, 2, and I'm going to pull him towards you and walk my feet back. Boom. And then lock him down just like that. Oh, boy. It's a pretty good one. Now, we did our bulldozer and we did our backhoe. If you can remember the beginning of class, I said we were going to talk about standing our ground. So the only thing we're going to change this time is I'm not going to grab my partner. My partner's going to try to grab me. But he's not going to try to grab my head. He's going to try to grab my legs like a tackle. So watch. If I'm right here and he starts to reach down low, that's a good time for me to push him down, put my chest on him, and spin to the side. And now I got 2 choices. I can do a bulldozer or I can do a backhoe. All I got to do is make sure I roll him over just like that. Let's do it one last time. I'm in my wrestling stance. He's trying to tackle me. No way. Spin to the side. Now watch this. If I push and I can't push him over, well, then I just got to pull. Ta-da! Boom. Just like that. That's pretty good stuff right there. All right, coconuts. It's a lot of work today. We worked on our sprawl. Say sprawl. Remember, there's 3 steps. Squat, hands, hips. And then once we sprawl on them, we're just rolling them onto their back with a bulldozer or a backhoe. Awesome job. Make sure you give your partner some love for helping you out. Good job today. Let's bow it out like a team. We'll let Coach Baker bow it out with us real quick. Put our feet all the way together. Say, sir, sir. Do a little bow for respect. Awesome class. See you coconuts next week.